#1 seed, or the upset-minded Alabama State Hornets, who won the first 4 game on Tuesday. Traore just on the floor, first minutes. Got to
have an anchor at 7 foot on the block.
Creighton's all-time great players, but he turns it over there. Edwards jumps the lane. Edwards leaves it for Roots. Oh, that'll get them on their feet. To take this big crowd out of it. Right through the hands of King. Into the hands of Roots. And here comes Louisville. In the corner, set up Noah Waterman. Needed it.
A few games ago when he made 4 big threes. At 16 minutes, he had 4 big threes. He can shoot the basketball.
Had 14 points in that game. So Hepburn looking to counter. Cross court is Waterman wide open. He sticks it.
Being unable to play has added defense and some timely shooting as well.
And if you can't hit.
Waterman is also the Marco Polo of college. He's been a traveling man. He's been at Detroit Mercy. That brings back memories. 1986, Louisville and Duke for the national title. I believe it was in Dallas. And a guy by the name of Never Nervous Purvis Ellison dominated. But on that team also was our own Jay Billis. He was a member, I believe, Adam is my all blue-collar guy.
Scott takes a bump and makes it. He'll be going to the free throw. So it's 35-31 the Bill. Louisville picked to finish 9th in the ACC. Wound up the #2 team after going 8-24 last year. And they're highly relevant again. Edwards will kick it out. His Waterman shot. Got it.
On the bench with those 3 fouls. Chase Hunter is now in his 6th year at Clemson. Brad Brownell may have to trust him to stay away from getting that 4th foul and inevitably the 5th foul.
Downstairs and a foul too. 18 for 16 at the line for the season.
Hard to pressure OB as guards, and you cannot pick up a foul.
They break it for Edwards.
Hold up.
Yes, sir. And Scott with a dunk.
Redshirt sophomore didn't play yesterday. He's a 1.4 per game scorer.
I think if you're Louisville, you continue to seek out that ball screen and see how they're going to defend against Chucky Hepburn. He makes good decisions out of it.
Edwards on the lob. Another throwdown.
Shefflin 4 years and a bunch of my walk-ons for 4 years. And then when you bring in a new guy or two, you know, the Jaden Zachary's, Miles Fosters, and Victor Lockens of the world, you really know those guys are here for a 1-year trip, and you want to give everything you can to help those guys.
Got to get out on that.
55th three of the year.
Yeah, you can't give him that much space. Too much space for a guy that shoots it as well as Reyno does.
Yep. Here's Hepburn. Back for Scott. And let's see the handoff. Edwards right back for Waterman. He'll launch a 3 out of the corner. That's good. Nice pass through traffic. Sellers couldn't hang on to it. Turned over by Stanford. Here is Traore. Layup good.
And that's the last thing you can. You know, and he breaks it down for me. It's Paul Mitchell. I can tell you that. I'm not sure which one, but it's absolutely Paul Mitchell styling gel that my guy uses.
Reyno missed the kind of spinning hook shot.
Oh, nice.
Backdoor Roos the dunk. Looking on today, Corey. Largest crowd since February of 2020. And the 4th largest crowd in the last 6 years here today at the KFC Yum Center. And they get a dunk. Bears and Cards are tied. Petritis for the lead. He missed everything.
You can see that one coming out of his hands. It never had a chance even getting to the rim. And if you're Edwards, just attack him. He's got 2 fouls.
Right.
Yeah.
Hadley a 3. Bring it up.
Somebody.
And they're obviously right in this game.
12 losses, 8 have been quad 1 games. 5 of those 8, 1 or 2 possessions. Great look for Smith, and he hits the 3. Hammond working on Hepburn. Into traffic, fall away over Chucky is short, and the rebound pulled away by the Cards. Edwards for Hepburn. Now here's Scott against Westland. Edwards, lob, Scott the catch and dunk. Boy, Ben Burnham against his old coach has come out firing.
One man trying to get this thing going. That was not an easy one.
Hepburn a kick out for Edwards. Chucky Hepburn. Young shuts him down at the baseline. 10 to shoot here for Louisville. 5 to shoot. Quick look. Scott the catch and dunk. Wrestling.
First point from a non-starter almost.
Here is Edwards. Feeds Scott for the dunk.
He's stepping down. He wouldn't say that's the reason, so I'm not going to speculate and say it is. But clearly it has been extremely frustrating, and not so much with wins and losses, but especially with the relationships that you're not going to be able to build. As here's a backcourt team that needs dunks underneath. And don't look now, but all of a sudden it is a 7-point game.
And interesting, too, while Chucky Hepburn is on the bench, how efficient will Louisville still be able to run their offense, especially with Florida State being able to switch all picks?
And by the way, Edwards, that was his third foul. And there's another dunk by Scott.
Contact around the rim.
Burton lost it, taken away by Scott.
Really good read by James Scott.
Edwards thought about it, drives.
He's got 2. Move it.
Hepburn swings it out. Edwards, shot fake. Leans in, leaves his feet, gives to Scott, lowers the shoulder, +1.
Patience that Luke was talking about.
Burton off the screen for 3. That is way off the mark. Traore, the rebound for Louisville. Edwards lobs. Scott, well, it worked.
Writers across the country. Many Chucky dolls to drum up support. Rain Smith hits the 3 in the after. O'Connell gets his first to drop. Had been 0 for 4 from the floor in the first half, including 0 for 3 from long range.
Kevin Keats will tell you Michael O'Connell's a steadying force on the floor, but he's got to add more activity. He needs more productivity. You start looking at, or one of the things you look at is double bye in the ACC tournament.
Slick feed there.
You want to be able to stay for tonight.
Paul McNeil hits a 3 for NC State, who is staring down what would be a 9th consecutive loss. They haven't won a game since January 8th. This would match the Wolfpack's longest losing streak in a single season since the ACC was formed back in the mid-50s. Up top, the alley-oop for James Scott.
Of his head and smashed his face into the floor. I was right there on a good angle to see it. It's not a pretty sight. I'm amazed that James is playing in this game.
Came off the court with blood on his lower lip in particular. Again, lost his 2 front teeth, but playing here tonight. He's from an hour southwest of here in Fayetteville. Another try.
Jamel Spearman will put the ball in play between James Scott and Lynn Kidd, and away we go. Cards are in black. They are wearing their Black History Month jerseys here today. Miami, the visiting team, is in what would traditionally be their home white. There's backdoor look at Edwards and the layup. When they tend to play very well, and there goes Matthew Cleveland on the drive.
And that's what Cleveland does extremely well.
And Miami will give up a transition back with a month to go in the regular season. And the Cards, they've won 11 of their last 12. Their only 2 league losses at home to Duke in December, and a week ago today in Atlanta to Georgia Tech. There's Rain Smith.
Sure, somebody must have picked him up and put him in the basket.
Well, assuming the blocks were back to your team. Here's the pass inside. Ogachukwu all the way through, and Kidd had it stripped. Hadley, Edwards. Oh, nice pass, Traore.
The nosebleed. So, did he go up so high that his nose just bled from the altitude?
It's well done, Dan. 2 minutes in. Smith left open. Makes him pay.
Notice right there.
And he's spent and comes out of Pat Kelsey's lineup. A look-away lob right back for Smith. A three-ball. Good!
Is a very aggressive inside player, and Waterman, even though he's 6'11", he's not really an inside kind of guy. He wants to shoot three.
Here's Edwards. Back out front. Smith over Kidd. Contact and score. 21 now for A.J. Staten-McCray. Edwards to the streaking Hadley.
Hadley has to be more aggressive offensively.
Here's Kidd the catch against Traore. Turned it over. Louisville on the attack with Hadley. Out front, Smith. Quick trigger with a left hand and one.
Wisconsin. He's getting the guys around him to play like he plays.
Yes. It's easier to hold guys accountable when they see the effort you're putting forward. And on the perimeter, they have really good size, and length, and ability to defend you on the perimeter.
Hadley open for a three, and he gets it. He was before me at BC, but it'll happen. My kids will come back here. And Boston College shooting their first free throws of the night, and Elijah Strong knocks them both down.
The BC's right there. They're just hanging around. Can they string together a few more stops?
Especially with Hepburn out of the game. Instead, Javon Hadley. And another turnover forced by Louisville. Boston College's 11th turnover, and the Cardinals continue to capitalize. That's exactly what they do. Well, this is what we're used to seeing from Louisville during that 10-game win streak. They weren't just winning games. They were a buzzsaw, blowing teams out.
And again, we talked about them in so many offensive weapons, but again, they're back to guarding and defending at a high level.
And an alley-oop.
The scene is that Louisville with good defensive possessions. Georgia Tech is being able to come up with good shots and get them to go late in the shot clock.
Boy, what about the start to this one? And bang at the other end.
Is the NBA.
You can't appreciate how big he is until you get up in person on him. He has got a massive wingspan as well, too.
Number 24 in white we're talking about. Here's Chucky Hepburn. If you give him some room, he can. Edwards. Cross got the rebound and found his teammate for the layup.
Unselfish play that time by Matt Cross. Again, he could have easily put that offensive rebound back up. Saw his teammate had a better angle. Great job that time by Matt Cross.
Wide open again, and Chucky Hepburn from the same spot. Ball goes out of bounds. Louisville will keep. And having attended multiple shoot-arounds and practices for Louisville opponents, getting ready for them, as we saw earlier today, the name you hear the most is Rain Smith from the opposing coaches. They want you to know where that guy, number 6, is at all times.
Coach Enfield was screaming that all day as we take a look at excellent.
Hepburn uses the screen from Frank Anselm eBay. There's the former Syracuse Orange on the offensive glass. Kicks it back out to Hepburn. Smith, his first attempt. Nothing but net. He doesn't need second-year starter. Last year for Rob Lanier, now the head coach at Rice. And this year, one of the few holdovers with first-year head coach Andy Enfield.
And they made a nice jump as well, too. Last season, only 3 points per game, 18 minutes per game. This season, different role, and he's...
Been a 15-point lead for Louisville. It's down to 9. Minute plus to go in the first half. Edwards, got again!
Know where Chris Bell is.
Doug, regardless of him shooting 26%, he is still able to knock down that shot. We talked about him being one of the best shooters in the conference, and he's hit a few early on.
He makes the best of him. He's a capable scorer, but he knows he gets in there. He's got enough scoring around him. Defend, rebound, run the floor. Let the offense come to him.
4th turnover of the game for Pitt. And the lob to Scott.
With the College of Charleston. But he's recruited winners. Guys that have won is he's drawn up another play. And
Low, pushing, cannot get there, and he's down behind the play. Numbers for Louisville. Smith left open. That's a three.
This season, and they look like the two of the other better teams in this league, and winning this game just goes a long way toward that resume boosting NCAA tournament time.
Right now, Joe Lunardi has both in the tournament field, both in the top 40 in the net entering this afternoon. Quad 1 opportunity for Louisville, Q2 opportunity for Pitt. Hadley a three. He has 5. Dunn spinning, flips it. Corhen can't pay it off. Rebound snatched away by Inspector Gadget.
Good play and pass there by Dunn. Cam Corhen just unable to finish.
Hepburn wiggling around Dunn, finds Edwards. Hadley, 3-ball.
Them out, but you got to trust your veteran guys, and this 10, where the game is right now. 7-point game.
Oh, great backdoor feed, and Traore goes hard with 2 hands.
Terrific defensive play by Waterman. Understood he was beat, didn't give up on the play. That's a big-time defensive effort.
Waterman, 6'11", out of upstate New York. Transfer from BYU and a host of other schools.
The well-traveled man. Nice pass.
Another lob pass inside. Scott gathers. Good ball movement here around the perimeter. Edwards lobs it inside, and there's James Scott.
So tough to guard. Nice pass. He jumped over that man.
He waited him out, though, and was off balance. Shot no good. He did jump right over him. Drawing oohs and ahs from the crowd here. Traore's got 6 points off the bench in limited time in this first half. Smith, he likes that spot.
Forget about it. And that's not even talking about his defensive potential, but you see it. He's had tremendous success in the early going of the season. 4-time ACC Rookie of the Week, and I think I want to throw in a couple of Player of the Weeks as well. I mean, supremely talented is Cooper Flagg, and that whole team, quite frankly, is supremely talented.
And he just turned 18 years old a couple of weeks ago as Reigns.
So Powell and Jackson, 2 highly touted freshmen in the lineup for North Carolina.
And we are underway. It's Louisville that starts with the basketball. The Cardinals team that got a scare over the weekend against Northern Kentucky, but found a way to win. Eastern Kentucky. And now Chucky Hepburn, who has been the go-to guy throughout the season for the Cardinals. 24 in white. They go back door, and it's wide open. Noah Waterman gets his first basket of the night. Carolina been trying to get R.J. Davis going.
But that's one of the things that Pat Kelsey wanted to do, was force R.J. Davis to go backdoor, hoping that we'd have some help at the rim. It was just a great cut by R.J. Davis.
Good pump fake. Edwards Jr. right back to Scott, whose feet.
last couple of games for them. Rain Smith with it for Louisville. Smith to Chucky. Scott with it to Chucky Hepburn again. They were looking for Scott to get it to Edwards. Edwards to Hepburn. And 3 for Chucky. He's got 5.
Kick out. Knipple for 3. Here comes Hadley.
Much Dia on the elbow, if you will. 17-foot shot, bounds away. Look at Waterman. He pulled it away from Edwards as much as anybody from Ole Miss. Hepburn working left side against Malik Dia. Baseline in trouble, slips it for Edwards. Right corner, Rain Smith.
Hepburn has been real quiet off to Edwards. Hepburn with a second chance. The guard snatching a rebound. Half a minute before halftime. Edwards been very active with the ball. He gets bottled up a bit. Hepburn launches a long one. He hits it. He had to work, though, Oklahoma multiple times.
Oh, man, good things happen for you.
Roos will line up a long one. He can't answer. Rebound tipped. Nice save there by Smith. And a long-range shot. Nice feathery touch as he returns it.
That is absolute money for Smith.
Assists to go along with 13 first-half points. We start talking triple-double. Watch him on this guy. Yeah. Pryor gets the rebound. Another offensive rebound. That is one thing Louisville has done very well here in the first half. Edwards finds Pryor. That's a 5. The Zags at number 3 this week. Of course, Kansas, number 1, got the big win over Duke. And UConn at number 2, back-to-back losses in Maui. Uh-oh. There he is, Smith for 3. Hire by Scott Dolson, the athletic director. Fantastic. We've seen him here roaming around. Hey, Scott. Taking care of business. Scott's a man. Yeah. He's done a fantastic job with Indiana athletics. Indiana women were also here at the Battle for Atlantis. They finished as the runners-up to North Carolina the other day. Rain Smith rattles in another. He got an assist. There you go, big fella. Finding the shooter, and that's big for Mbako as well. His first bucket. Edwards with a nice drop off for Scott. As he faded on that one. Indiana keeps switching that 1-5 ball screen. I would keep going to that because Chucky Hepburn has been able to win that matchup with Ballo. Here it comes again. He didn't wait for it. There's a switch. Ballo out on Edwards. Calls for the clear. He'll step back. The no-look pass inside. Hadley spins off glass. Right? He's either got to get to the free throw line or he's got to get something going downhill. Louisville has multiple defenders they've been able to put on him, including Chucky Hepburn. And Mbako as well. Scoreless in this second half. Their leading scorer at nearly 19 a game. Waterman. Count it. Mission. And all Louisville since, and they're going to force another turnover and a takeaway. That is the 16th of the afternoon for Indiana. I think Mbako's going to have to seek some shots too. Look at Pryor at the rim. So there's no help. They got to hurry. Miles Rice into the lane. And still wanting for his first bucket of the day. Edwards, the lob and the finish on the run.
2 from Scott and 2 from Waterman. Scott's got it to Edwards. To Scott for the dunk. James Scott. A block on one end and gets rewarded with a dunk on the other. Missed. Edwards with the steal. So Terrence Edwards. Rain. He hits the 3 and
getting in the game early with just under 14 minutes to go.
The only freshman on this Louisville team. Noah Waterman from 3. Hadley moves him out of the way. That's a big-time bucket right there from Ben Johnson.
Moving the post.
Edwards, Waterman in the corner. How about Noah Waterman?
Where guys anticipating where they can be open and just know how to read.
James Scott together, Larry, 9 of Louisville's 14 rebounds.
Doing a great job of hitting the glass.
Edwards takes it deep, and Pryor from the corner.
Great night if you're shooting that as a team, but ideally you want to be around that 75 to 80% range as a team.
Hadley.
That's what you call a welcome to the Ville moment.
Traore up high to get it. Edwards